In a village just outside Ramallah in the occupied West Bank, the Barghouti family harvest their olives. As illegal settlers expand in agricultural land, burning and destroying crops owned by Palestinians, many fear their next.
We're terrified that the settlers will come with their guns and weapons and take our land and our olive trees. They've done it to others. They can come at any moment, even now.
Since the start of the war in Gaza, there has been an acceleration in settler violence and unlawful land grabs. But, according to 65-year-old Shadia Barghouti, this kind of harassment has been part of her life for as long as she can remember. She's had one son killed by the Israeli army and other sons and her husband in prison. She too was arrested at her home last October, but released 5 weeks later as part of the exchange of Palestinian prisoners for some of the Israeli hostages in Gaza. She was detained without charge.
They say that we are terrorists when we are just demanding rights. Whoever is against them is called a terrorist. They come to occupy your land, destroy your house, massacre and kill your family in front of your eyes, yet we are the terrorists.
Extremists in Israel's government assert that illegal settler expansion will prevent an independent Palestinian state from being created. Earlier this year, the International Court of Justice ruled that Israel's occupation of the West Bank is illegal. But with next to no law enforcement, experts say settlers act with virtual impunity.
Under international law, forcible displacement in occupied territories is one of the biggest violations of occupation law. It's up to the level of a war crime. And this isn't about a few individual bad guys. The pushing Palestinians off of these lands and the goal to take these lands is part of the Israeli government's policy.
Shadia has no choice but to carry on.
We have to resist and keep fighting, because if you don't fight, we will never get our rights.
For Palestinians, the horrors of onslaught, occupation and displacement didn't begin on October the 7th, nor end for that matter. For many Palestinians, they've endured collective suffering, colonial settler violence and detention for decades. That means for many, like Shadia, even existence is resistance. Shadia Edwards Dashti, TRT World, in occupied Kobar.